The other thing they did, the only thing that I saw in pharma personally that was shady is they would do these courses on never off-label promote, don't talk about this, don't talk about that, and you would sign all these documents saying, I'm not going to talk about this. Yeah, definitely. And then a week later, have us come listen to a thought leader in the field off-label promoting all the shit they told us not to talk about.
Explain off-label promoting.
So let me think of an example. Example would be Zyprexa, and they got exposed for this on Zyprexa. Zyprexa was indicated essentially for, I'll do a better one. If you look at Oxycontin, how did Oxycontin take over the marketplace? It's because what they did is they got the reps to go out and begin to recommend Oxy. So originally Oxy was meant for people who were like terminally ill with cancer and were in severe pain, or somebody who's on the upper echelon of the pain threshold. And the goal of a company and a rep is to grow the market and to hit the number. And so when you go out, it's like, how do you grow the market? Well, we're going to grow the patient demographic. We're going to have to grow. We need the doctors to write more of this. So what they did with Oxycontin was they went out and started. It got to a point where they were literally promoting it for people with migraines, and they were pumping these pain pills into all these practices.
Was this before or after it had been proven that it was highly addictive?
They knew it was highly addictive based off the studies. So I know you and I have talked about dope sick, but the story on this family is absolutely insane. So the family that owned Oxycontin is one of the richest families in the country. They're up there with the Rockefellers and the Vanderbilts. They made all of their wealth in the 1960s by creating the Valium pandemic. They launched Valium into the marketplace, told people that it was non-addictive, non-abusive, grew the market. They were writing Valiums for headaches, Valiums for knee, shoulder, elbow pain, and it created, they went under governmental investigation. The government ended up investigating the family in the 60s and then jump forward. They get off, they buy their way out of that, jump forward, and this is another thing we'll talk about. There's so many data points. Their patent on hydrocodone was expiring. So Big Pharma does this a lot, and I'll get into this. Like they say, we innovate, but it costs 10 times. We make tenfold on one drug because we innovate, and so many go by the wayside. They don't innovate. They re-engineer and reapply, and like Zyprexa got combined with Symbyax, two drugs that were already on the market, to extend the patent, right? So the goal is to play this shell game where you when your patent's close to expiring, you have to reapply and extend the patent via a new indication or some sort of new combination of a couple of different products. And so hydrocodone was expiring. The hydrocodone oxy, like long delivery system the cotton system was expiring. So what they did is they looked at their revenues and they're like, we're fucked. Like we won't hit our numbers. We can't continue these growth trajectories unless we get a new patent on a new pain med. So they went out and they said, what else is out there that we could put into our patented delivery system? And the answer was Oxy. And the problem with that is it's 10 times more addictive than hydrocodone. So then you go, okay, well, they're going to have to do safety studies and prove it in humans and show that it's non-addictive, non-abusive. Nope. Human study never happened. They were able to piggyback on their hydrocodone cotton delivery system, take the delivery mechanism, and all it is basically they grind up the powder and they create layers. So in theory, if you take the pill, you won't get 100 milligrams of Oxy at once. It'll, over 8 hours, dissolve into your body and you'll get the absorption. That was the premise. And so they said, because of our patented delivery system, this drug is non-abusive, non-addictive. We have a great safety profile. The other thing that happened is they went to the FDA, and this is where there's a lot of fuckery. They literally met with the head of the FDA at the time, after hours, at a hotel. This is all documented now. And he helped them draft their application, then rubber stamped it and pushed it through, and gave Oxycontin the golden fucking ticket. He put in the label that Oxycontin is less likely to be addictive or abusive compared to other opioids in the market. And then you give a rep that, and you set them out in a marketplace, and you give them a $20,000 a month expense account, and you have them taking guys to dinner, drinking wine and eating steaks, and they show in the label, hey, we're less addictive. This is a safe drug. We've got to stop pain. You know, let's really, this isn't just anymore for the cancer patient. This is anybody in your practice who has pain. We're on a mission to stop pain. And all of them started getting addicted. I mean, it was rampant. Wow. And the system was trash because once you grind up the pill, you've just circumvented the delivery mechanism, and now it's super addictive because they're going to get high doses of an opioid.